Well, why not? He already had a crack at it. The 148. Can't get the second treble this one. And now this, I guess you'd have to say, pretty much easier than the 100 left that he got a shot for double. Now he'll have 2 for double 10. That should do the job. Double 5.
75.
Well, the best finisher in the tournament so far. The radar is a little off at the start of this one, and Stowe Bunce can take a 2-0 lead. And this is a race to 10, remember. It's a much longer format than the group stages, but you'd certainly take the first couple of legs as a little head start.
Yeah, and what would be particularly worrying for Gilding here is that of his 3 attempts at double, none of them were even close.
2 or 3 darts in his hands a couple of times before. Can he get it right? Just to settle it. And that is the worst possible outcome. Now stranded on a potentially awkward 5. Bunce knows that a decent shot here.
Well, I was surprised he went down south there, but pays off with a big treble. A 19 would have been a much harder out, leaving 1-2-1. But it's double 2 in any case for Gilding. Is that awkward? You know, he got the dart up, but because he moved it over, it still fell shy of the target.
Stowe Bunce. 2 darts for 4-0 and a double break, and Stowe Bunce is clinical. Andrew Gilding profligate, and now already he's in trouble.
That's a great part of the tour when you come over from North America. I had a shot at a 9 dart.
Well, Gilding might have a shot. Doppelganger leg. 5 perfect darts to start it for the pair of them. They'll both feel up for a brilliant leg here, and they're level pegging.
Oh, what a great first dart, too. Not relenting. Oh, leaving 32 after 9 darts.
This is magnificent from Stowe Bunce. He has thrown 9 darts. 8 of them have found their targets. 1 of them at the bullseye. The other one missed by a tiny amount, and he could go 5-0 up. It is the start of dreams for Stowe Bunce. It could not be going any better for the American. The UK Open champion Andrew Gilding loses the first 5 legs. And what turned out to be a 6-leg game against the 2-time world champ Peter Wright. Plays anything like that for the next few legs and it could be over, but Gilding digs in. That is 180 number 3 for Goldfinger. Oh, hello. Couldn't find the treble 20 that would have left tops.
I think it's great, though, that he's threatening the shot, and it just gets into the opponent's mind a bit more every time you're threatening and looking competent.
Finally, the drought is over, and Andrew Gilding has hit a double. It took him 9 attempts. Very strong leg this from Stowe Bunce. A trio of 2 treble visits. And that leaves tops for another 11 darter. 12 will have to do.
65.
Well, the break-up throw Gilding's so desperate for in this match, it doesn't look anywhere near a possibility here.
But he's relying on Bunce missing doubles, and there's not been a great deal of that in this game.
No, because he's 50%, 6 of 12, and that wins matches.
Well, he should bust it from here.
Yes, that's a risky bust, though, because what if you hit a low number?
Well, there's a lot of metal there as well. You could get a bounce out.
Yes, yeah, well, we'll have to have a long talk with him later.
Why's he going to listen to you? What if you... Oh, yeah. Well, it gets him within striking range. But Bunce... Is he starting to miss? This game could change because Stowe Bunce, so deadly on the doubles in the early few legs, is starting to make mistakes.
Still, Gilding can't think he's going to get another chance. He's desperate for this double 16. And it showed in the resulting dart at it. Way off. But can Bunce compose himself? He's been pretty good at it. Well, 3, yeah, it's easier to hit, so double 1, and there it is. Superb, really, after a bunch of unexpected misses. And that alters some stats.
No need to take this out in this visit.
That's the problem when you don't need to take out a big out. You just don't sometimes get a lot into it, and you leave yourself something pretty dubious considering where you could have been.
All of a sudden, this leg's in the balance again. It's that 1-2-2 for Stowe Bunce. If Gilding lets him have a go at it. Treble 18 leaves the double. And Andrew Gilding wins that little mini session by 3 legs to 2. It was the bare minimum for Goldfinger. 2 trebles to leave a finish. That looks perfect. It is perfect from Gilding. It's half a dozen maximums. Only in the 13th leg. He's scoring 180s as well as he's ever done, pretty much. But look at this. Not another big finish. Did take out a 137 against Peter Wright.
Well, they had the 110 out and needs this 102 in the worst way, and that's going to help. Really help. Back up for tops.
It's difficult to criticise someone who's hit a 180 and then nearly takes out a ton-plus finish next visit, but he didn't take it out, and that means he could go a leg away from defeat. He might have needed it. He didn't.
And this is where you start to feel it slipping ever so slightly from your grasp if you're Stowe Bunce. Like, that should have been wrapped up.
Last start.
Well, he has no one to blame but himself now, Gilding. That was golden opportunity to really turn everything around, turn the match on its head.
No wonder he was smiling, Stowe Bunce. He cannot believe the opportunities he's been afforded in this game. He needs one more leg. Well, he's been threatening a big finish all the way through this game. Can he finally deliver and seal his place in the quarter-finals? To be the first player from the USA in the quarter-finals of the Grand Slam of darts. Bullseye to win it. He has missed it by a mile.
You can kind of understand that. Big moment, but Gilding now another one of these just over 100 outshots, and so much easier if you get the first start in the treble, obviously, and it's just not going to happen. So Stowe needs to collect himself here, Dan.
For a spot in the quarterfinals. Double top for Stowe Bunce. The American dream is still alive. He topped the group. Now he beats the UK Open champion. Crystal's in tears, and Stowe Bunce is in the quarter-finals.
A look at 1-2-2, and he ended up making a mess of double 7 in leg 2. He's getting opportunities here, Bunting. Treble 18. There it is, bullseye for the first break. Far off, but he's making all the running. But Noppert's just hanging on in there. But again, this can get awkward. Danny's darts stick up in the board. That's not a great first one.
Double 10. Well, Stephen Bunting has created long-range opportunities on 1-2-2 and 1-2-4. This is something much more manageable. A pop on 25, a clean-up job. Should have 2 at a double here, and he will. 2 at double 8. 1 at double 4. Oh, creating chances and not taking them. Frustration for Stephen Bunting.
Yeah, Bunting will feel it at least. Should be 3-1. Have one of the breaks. He could have had 2. Noppert, you couldn't get much closer.
For the first angle, it looked in, Mark. It wasn't in, obviously. And it's not in there either. And Danny Noppert now is handing a break on a silver salver, surrounded by seasonal vegetables, to Stephen Bunting, who has 3 in his hand at double 4.
There's been woes on the doubles. Bunting, well, he gets there, he deserves a break. He's missed 9 darts at doubles, but you have to say he deserves this 2-leg cushion. Bunting throwing now for a 4-1 lead and an early advantage.
When you're on top, you'll get beat. If you don't score goals when you're on top in football, you'll get beat more often than not. And Bunting on song here and on top of this darts match, and still flying and flowing. Brilliant darts. What a superb leg this is when he's looking for that 4th out of 5 in the opening block of 5.
Excellent setup from Stephen. It wasn't a good visit the previous one, but 40 left after 12 darts thrown for a 4-1 lead at the first interval here.
Yeah, double top the target. Well, even with 3 misses, you feel that the leg is there for the taking for the bullet, because Danny Noppert needs something of a miracle. We saw this from Damon Heta against Bo Greaves at a crucial phase.
Between the 2 players, though, it's 21 darts missed at doubles in the opening 5 legs. That's why the averages are labouring. But Bunting won't be concerned if he pins his double 10 and has that 4-1 lead.
Surely. It's there. And Stephen Bunting, who's bossed the first 5 legs, has won 4 of them. Stephen Hunting, is he, Mark? Hunting the second break of throw. He's hit a maximum in 4 straight legs. He's hit 2 in this one. And most importantly, he's left a 9-dart bid on the cards here. He missed it narrowly previously in the tournament. Is this the moment for him to do a Ryan Searle?
Here he goes, another opportunity, but a key moment in the match as well for Bunting. Down for treble 19, and he can't find, but needs to stay focused here. This is an important moment, an important leg. It will give him a double break, 5-1 halfway to the quarter-finals against an opponent who has just not got going.
Another there. Finds it. Double 8. Wow. He finds his form. He finds double 8. He finds the finish. Be a certain irony to it if he pins it this time. Treble 20. Well, doesn't even get the engine running this time.
65.
So Noppert for a hold, and then
Danny, you require 52.
Single 12.
Try and nick a break.
Toppy for Noppy. Oh, another brace of darts at double go begging.
Poor on the doubles from both players. Bunting has just about been getting it right. 15 missed in the match for Danny. This is big. 6-2. Brilliant dart from Bunting. No reaction, because he knows he's not playing well, but that is an 18-dart breaker throw. It's a double break, 6-2.
Danny Noppert hasn't hit tops at all in this match. He's got 2 darts at it. He's 0 for 4 at the moment. And the misses continue. 0 for 6 on tops, Noppert.
And you can see the reaction from Danny. He's agitated. Bunting. Oh, it's 2 at double 14. Well, there we are, a nice clean finish. We haven't said that too often in this match. And fired up Stephen Bunting.
Now the bullet looking at 1-2-1. Can go the bullseye route with Noppert a mile back. 71 left. 18 is the target now. 81 scored, leaves tops.
When you're 8-4 rep and you've got the throw, they're the legs you dream of, Rob, where you can just tee up a shot. No need to bring the ball in. When you've been missing doubles, well, if you bring the ball into play, you could leave 25, and you're splitting. Not that this is a guarantee, because he's missed 9 darts at this double already in the match. He's converted twice, make that 3, and that puts him 1 away from the quarter-finals.
I told you the darting gods were now frowning upon him. They're condemning him to defeat.
Not quite as many as Keegan Brown back in 2015.
No.
Fantastic, that was. But Noppert has just not performed. He's been below par. Uncharacteristic of Danny, but Bunting, he was able to tee up the 1-2-1 in the previous leg, not on this occasion. He's going to have to go for it to wrap up this last 16 tie.
Bullseye. And Stephen Bunting finishes with a flourish, with his biggest finish of the match, his biggest finish of the tournament so far, in a darting demolition job on an out-of-sorts Danny Noppert.
He can become a bit methodical. It's his kind of go-to when he starts thinking,
82.
rather than being natural.
145.
Can he conjure this one up? No, he can't. And Michael van Gerwen, despite being significantly below his best, could take this first little mini session 3-2.
Got to keep straight. 60. Double 18 for the 3-2 that Dan just mentioned. Will it?
BG leaves himself on 50. There should be some pressure from Heta.
93. 150.
For 5-3. Right, this is a chance now. This is a bona fide break opportunity, something he hasn't done yet.
He's going to stay on the 20s. And that leaves double 16 for a level game. And Heta's finishing is on point tonight.
I don't think he believed you then either. Finish of the tournament, by the way. Shot of the championship.
First maximum for MVG to go with a couple of 170+ scores. The Heta has pulled out some big finishes this week. Not going to produce one here. And he's relying on Van Gerwen missing. Now, he's been fortunate enough, that's happened a lot.
But Michael's having his best leg of the match on the Heta throw. That's important. Double 16 for an 11-dart leg.
23.
He let go of that so late. So late.
92.
Well, he took out 60-20-32 in the last. He just needs 60-32 in this. That is so good, and he knows it. Look at the reaction.
Slightly confident of getting a shot at 1-2-1, but Van Gerwen might get a shot here. Need another treble 19.
94.
For Michael, that second dart was really poor. Normally one of the best groupers in the game, and maybe one of the best we've ever seen. But Damon Heta, every time he gets to one of these, he looks likely, Dan, doesn't he?
So likely.
93.
And that was an unlikely miss. It would have been for a 4th straight leg and a 6-4 lead. Van Gerwen needs this. He really needs it. Double 10. It keeps on happening.
Right, that was for a hold of throw. He's bang under it here. Michael van Gerwen. That was a brilliant quintet of legs.
Might need to take it, and he's not going to. Next thing he needs to do is take a big chunk out of it, and that's just about enough.
Yeah, it was a good save, that. 54 for 32. He'll be disappointed not to at least get a poke.
A couple of darts at double has often not been enough for Michael van Gerwen. And it has happened again. He must have no faith and confidence in himself, and that's a rare thing for MVG.
Yeah. 18 missed starts at a double. Wow. Well, that was a nick. And that will hurt Michael, because that was a leg he was in control of. So many wayward darts from Michael. Whether they be in the 1, the 5, the 3. That hurt. And Michael on 179 can't do a thing about it.
He can pressurise.
Only double 4.
There's 3 legs running. He's had a big 170-plus score. But Hector, can he keep shutting the door in his face? Yes, he can. He's
looking for 60-60 to leave tops. Doesn't reach under pressure often enough for me. That is an absolute pearler.
It needs to be perfect. It might be. But it isn't. And he's been far from perfect tonight, and now he is relying on the Aussie #1, the former World Cup champion, missing here.
High and handsome. That's what he played for. Tops. That is the match. And do you know what? He finished it off as he's finished so many legs in this match, and that is cleanly.
And just not over practicing, but it seems to have sorted itself out now, which is good for Nathan, and hence why he's the current match play champion.
Truly great competitor. Cross went the bullseye route first with Aspinall on a bogey number 165. 81. And in the end navigates his way down to double top when he returns, as he will.
So jump to the early break. The cross, he's got on the blocks really well here. Averaging at 113 and a half.
Yeah. Superb start. High voltage darts. It's been an electric opening 4 legs for Rob Cross, and he leads Nathan Aspinall 3-1 here. And he's threatening to perform at a similar level in this matchup. The average is 107 and change. Quite exceptional.
99. Nathan will be hunting a 2 treble visit here. Think about this now. A good second dart. You'd have liked another one, but there's a chance there, because obviously the 25 treble 19 combination, if he gets a look. But this is for Cross for a 4-1 lead. To control early doors in this mini session.
There it is, and that leaves his favourite double, the one he really was so sweet on in that World Championship winning year, and there it is again. Oh, superb from Rob Cross. What a brilliant opening 5 legs from the former world champion.
Well, he has created an opportunity for a double break.
Robbie require 144.
He loves the 18 segment. That will be his first port of call. Oh, yes. Look for another. And it was little Danny would find it. Now, you fancy this, don't you? You fancy double 18, treble 18, treble 18, double 18. Who thinks he'll miss? Well, he has. It's not quite as easy as it looks. And Nathan Aspinall was faced with the same conundrum he just had, Mark, at the previous leg.
Yeah, and it was only a dart at the ball last time. Needs this, Nathan. It may only be a dart at the ball again. Big shot for the Asp. Rob can't watch, and this time he pins the ball, and there's a reaction. He's fighting Nathan. Cross.
128.
Nathan, this can get awkward, and Rob Cross has left the treble to single to double combination. Nathan searching for the ball, can't find it, and it still could get tricky.
Yeah, 128 is the worst of the 120 odd finishes, isn't it? Because the first dart goes in treble 18, it hardly matters. You've still got to find another treble. It's always an awkward one. Cross here. He'll hope for a treble and single 20 to leave his beloved double 18. The double that deserted him a few legs ago, but here he goes.
The way Rob Cross is playing, this could be as good as the match. For 7-3, big dart. And he pulls it inside again. He did it earlier on the 1-4-4 combination. He's just done it again there. Sigh of relief for Nathan, but he's got to convert this 55.
Well, given the way Cross is playing, surprising to see him miss double 18 on 2 separate occasions. Aspinall wants tops. Oh, and it's in. And he's still in the game.
Potential 11 dart leg. Yeah, Lex for the treble, 16 for double. That dart of the treble 20 was nowhere near. And that's maybe why he opted over for the treble 16. But there still may only be 1 dart for Nathan.
Can he escape from the peril he was in? A throw a go. He wants double 16. Well, I'm not sure if that's edginess or whether there is something in his eye. There's something in the double 16 bed, and it's Nathan Aspinall's dart. And he, despite all the problems with his eyesight there, did a blinking good job of finishing, Mark, didn't he?
I say this about Nathan more often than not. He will never throw a dart if he's not set right, whether it be in his hand or if there's a stem loose, or in that occasion there's, yeah, he needs to sort this out. But he did the right thing there. If he wasn't right, there was a big moment in the match. He had to hold throw, yeah, and he's not right here. He needs to just taking a step back.
Well, he went through a phase, didn't he, of endless re-gripping, as the golfer Sergio Garcia did for a while with his clubs. Oh, with one eye, he's hitting everything he's not actually looking at. This is incredible. Aspinall, if he can hit 2 trebles, is in with a squeak, not that treble. Oh, and he's found the worst time to have his worst visit of the match.
Oh, he's got to find the treble now. What a time for Nathan to find, as you said, Rod, his worst visit of the match, and it's kind of let Rob Cross off the hook because he's got another 6 at 127. No treble 19 needed, even though he's come down. Yeah, he's just going to tee up. There won't be any heroics here, I assure you. Sensible visit.
Being flash has never been something that's really bothered Rob Cross. He wants to win, he doesn't need to showboat. Double 16 and 3 in hand to move to the brink. In it goes, no surprise. 9-6 up. Rob Cross is 3 up with 4 to play.
Nathan has found it a sizable task to try and break through. Well, he's got to find 4 successive legs, and he won't go away, Nathan. It's some display, an average of over 102, 4 maxes, 67% on the doubles, but it's not been enough.
It's been enough to keep pace with Rob Cross to a degree, but not to put a dent in his armoury. Oh my. Well, in and amongst the high quality, high octane action, we could have the possibility of a 9-dart leg. We've seen 1 this week, we've seen several more being threatened. Ryan Searle, the 9-dart hero. Can Nathan Aspinall join the party? The 9-darty party? No, he can't. But importantly, Mark, he knows as well as we do, this is about winning this leg and keeping the show on the road.
Brilliant setup. Being very glass half empty here, but he could have done with a leg like this against the darts, couldn't he? But it's a brilliant setup from Nathan. Very much like Gerwyn Price last night, who lost his match. You can only leave the stage and take a positive. You're obviously disappointed when you lose, but played well. And if Nathan does go on and lose this match, he's got to take the positives. He's kept on fighting. He's not managed to break Rob Cross's throw yet. He's going to need to do it twice with a hold in the middle. He'll keep going, but it's Cross throwing for a place in the quarterfinals. Sets up shot. Needs to be good here from Nathan. Brilliant from Aspinall. He went out in 10 darts in the previous leg. He's now setting up a potential 11-dart leg, unless Rob Cross can end this in style. He's not going to, so Aspinall with a rare opportunity against the darts that he has to take.
This is to get back within a leg and have the darts in the 18th. 2 darts at double 16. Can't afford to miss. Last dart in hand. Knows it could be his last dart of the match. Oh, it's not happened. He did everything bar hit the double in that leg. And Rob Cross will show no mercy here.
Wrap up an absolute Grand Slam classic. One dart at ball for Cross to cap off a fine display and a place in the quarterfinals, and he's missed. One match dart has come and gone. More opportunities for the Asp.
Well, it's not over till it's over. And it's not over now. The band plays on. Nathan Aspinall plays on. He's taken out this in the match, Mark, hasn't he? The 1-1-6. If he does it again, it's all over.
Yeah, and he's got time. Taking his time, but he knows he's got a couple of visits, and he's going to need a couple of visits. The only thing, the challenge now is how much. I was going to say it looked like it blocked the target. It's still okay. It's a single to double, and Aspinall's just got to apply pressure. He'll come down the board, and then he'll hope to get a bit of change out of Rob Cross, which he's rarely got.
Well, Rob Cross has got choice of double here. He can choose tops or double 18. I venture to suggest the latter. To close the door finally on the granite Nathan Aspinall and end an epic. Double 18, the target for Rob Cross. He's been in front for virtually the whole match. Can he finish it off on his favourite double? Oh, yes, he can. Rob Cross with an absolutely scintillating performance. High voltage darts, high quality darts.